Hello, everybody. Welcome to the world of Akala. This is Globers and Goblins, Ice Cold Freedom, episode 18, Culture Shock. I did not write an intro. I've had a migraine all day. We're just going to jump right into this. FTFE is on vacation. He's at a friend's wedding, I believe. So he is not here today. And Mrs. Sick, who was going to join us, is not feeling very well. So she's also not here. We're gonna wrap up her character's story today anyway. So it is what it is. But with me today is yeah, I don't have my script out, so I'm just winging this one. Playing the Half Moon Elf Soul Knife Pirate, Sarro, Grismer.
Hey! Yeah, that's me, Christopher. Yay.
Playing the Gnome Doctor Doc. I'm gonna have to write a better intro for that one because that's just redundant. ForNoRaisin.
Well, it's true. I mean, her name is Doc, and she is the Doc. So that works. Hi, everybody.
And last but certainly not least, we have playing the Blue Dragonborn Storm Barbarian and AndTheJordSaid.
I'm from the channel that will upload content eventually. That was the joke. I don't upload content.
All right, so I know it's been a while since you guys have seen us. I apologize for that. We were down 2 players last time, and I didn't think it would have been all that fair to either people watching or the 2 players that were missing if we went ahead and played with, 2 players down. So we are back this week, this month, whatever. This today. We're back today. And if you will recall, since it was a month ago, at the end of last session, our brave party members were forcibly sent to the world of Discos by Clifford of Stolington. It seemed like they were having second thoughts about him disappearing them as his ramblings became a bit more and more disturbed.
What are you talking about? Doc was over there screaming she wanted to go back to her homeland.
I don't mean to interrupt you, Batch. I'm sorry, but you are a little quiet on stream. I just checked just to make sure there were no audio issues. You're a little quiet.
Really?
But other than that, carry on. I can definitely DM you updates as you mess with it if you are going to mess with it.
What about now? How am I now? I'm not peeking. I'm going up into the yellow, so I should be good. But yeah, okay. Anyway, but Doc's homeland.
Yeah, that's a lot better.
Okay, Doc's homeland wasn't in Discos. We established that.
Oh, I know. But
Okay.
That's the reason why she's screaming that she wants to go back.
But yes, he did not let you leave, and he sent you to Discos. Rockgog, the orc druid played by Natisha, Mrs. Sick, had just, I guess, figured out is the word. No, see, he started worshiping Clifford when he realized Clifford created these worlds, created his world, and sent him to Akala from Discos. Forgive me, I'm working through a migraine right now. Clifford was quite excited to realize that he had succeeded in moving people. So he was very delighted at the idea of sending all of you to Discos. And just a little reminder, I did show this at the end of last session. Share the. This is the world of Discos. For any Discworld fans out there, this isn't a blatant ripoff at all. Oh, whoops.
Oh,
I accidentally just scrolled over to a meme that I made. Oh, anyway. But yes, this is the flat plane of Discos, which is held up by 4 Tarrasques standing on the back of a dragon turtle. Not anything, not at all like Discworld's.
no, not at all.
4 elephants and giant turtle.
Turtle.
Nothing at all.
Tatooine, the great Tatooine.
So is
Yeah,
this turtle circling the sun, or is it just flying through the cosmos, like wanting to just do nothing?
The sun is within the dome that you see, and this turtle is this.
Oh, so
this-
the turtle carries the sun.
Yeah.
Okay.
The sun.
So
and
it
the
is
moon.
just flying through the cosmos emptily
Yes.
and aimlessly.
Yes.
Quite like a lot of the other ones that would believe in a disc like planet. Okay, moving on. Hi everybody.
Oh gosh. Today is going to be an interesting session because, like I've said multiple times, I have a migraine, so my focus is going to be a little off. But I do know what I want to do today. Oh, sorry, Discord is being. I don't have a combat plan, but again, this things can go any way when you've got this group of people playing. So I'm ready to improvise if necessary. But we got a big group now. We've got.
You ready to improvise? You say you're ready to improvise that Yuki.
You wait,
Improvise
what?
that.
You do realize that you said the worst thing to the worst 3 people.
Yeah.
Like, Jord, Chrissy, and I are not somebody you want to say, yeah, we can just go ahead and improvise as we go along.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
You saw how that worked with the Freedom Fighters campaign.
Okay. We can improvise.
I think the batch occasionally forgets that Bashanti is not here to keep this train somewhat on the rails, so
Yeah.
No, I didn't forget. But I haven't had to improvise for my home group many times. I think I can handle it.
Okay.
What?
I said improvising is fun.
Yeah.
It is. It really is. I agree with that.
How else do you get to a
I wouldn't have 3 years ago when I started, but I do now. So Rincewynd, Sarro, the Jord, Doc, Rockgog, Fluffy the dog, Dave the plant, Luna, and Yuki. Wow, that's a lot
I
of
was
people.
going to say, where is Dave? I don't... Oh, there he is, behind Fluffy. Okay, never mind.
He is balancing delicately on Fluffy's nose.
No, Fluffy's carrying him.
On his nose.
On his nose, like one of those
Okay, I
gays.
can't argue. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said no. You're right.
You, after Clifford announces he's going to send you to Discos, everything goes dark for a moment. And then you see the image.
So my typical Friday night.
Yeah, sure. Then you see that image of Discos that I showed you before everything goes foggy, and you wake up lying on the ground. Each one of you, you're all in the same place. So you're lying on the ground. It's a grassy area. What do you do?
Again, this sounds like my typical Friday night.
Are my dog and Dave near me?
Yes. Yep.
Then that's good. I am petting my dog and sort of confused, but as long as those 2 things are near me, I'm all right.
Well,
Okay, so am I still like clinging to Rockgrog's back, or am I like by myself finally?
You're on the ground next to Rockgog.
Okay, I start looking around to see if everybody's okay, and I hope I don't see any blood.
You hope you don't see any what?
Blood.
That's what I thought you said. No
Blood.
blood, but you do see that you're in an open field. There are some trees on either side. Like if you look up, there's trees on the other side.
And
And
Sarro starts patting himself down to make sure he's all there.
a
So
little bit behind
Doc
you,
is
there
just
is a
like
road.
rocking rock back and forth, saying, wake up, there's a bunch of pretty flowers we need to go play. Come on.
A ways behind you is a road, and in the other direction that I have not described, you see a fairly medium-sized building off in the distance, with a few people walking around, and some smaller buildings off behind that. This field that you're in is probably 100 feet wide, and it's roughly square. You're about in the middle of it.
Okay, so is there any direction that I could look for a very long distance?
For a very long distance,
Yes.
if you look behind you where the road is, across the road, sorry, had to burp, didn't come out. You can see a good bit down that way.
Okay, I look for the edge of the earth.
Oh God!
You're not
fuck's
close
sake.
enough to the edge. Although you can see way off in the distance, you can see like there are mountains, obviously, that are way up in your view in the distance, way back towards the not horizon.
Okay, I look for the Jurassics.
And you can see two giant Tarrasque horns coming up behind the mountain.
Oh,
Okay, I keep screaming at Rock, wake up, we gotta go pet the Tarrasques.
you don't want to pet the
I
Tarrasque.
want to pet the Tarrasque.
You don't want to.
It's my life goal, I'm petting the Tarrasque.
Back in Maine, Akala, the Tarrasque is a legend that most people are sure exists, but most people have also never seen. The story of the Tarrasque has been passed down generation, so you do know what a Tarrasque is, and most people would have been quite alarmed when they saw those four giant Tarrasques and would not want to run and pet the Tarrasque. But again, Doc isn't most people, is she?
No, she's not. Like I said, she's broken.
She's broken. So,
I
as you all, what'd you say?
I said I confer with Doc that I also want to pet the Tarrasques. Just at some point, maybe not right now, but just at some point, that'd be
You're
cool.
all insane. You're all.
Oh no,
insane.
I keep screaming at Rock that I have to pet the Tarrasque. Like, this has suddenly become her life goal. She has completely forgotten about trying to get back home. She just wants to pet the Tarrasque.
This is how missions change, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go pet the Tarrasque.
Yeah,
Brad,
let's
you
pet
said
the
you wanted
Tarrasque.
to improvise, right?
I want to ride the Tarrasque.
Well, technically
I
we
hate all of
are.
If you, what's the point of
technically
riding
you
a
are,
Tarrasque?
yes.
It's like
I
saying
want to pet Tarrasque is what I want. I want to pet baby Tarrasque.
I told you, no pet baby Tarrasques. Do you know how much money we would have to spend on the food alone?
imagine
Food? That's what
Timo
villagers are
said-
for.
But
Timo
there's
said
only
it.
so many villagers around us. I know, I've been making meat pies. I mean, my last name isn't Miss Lovitz. What
Not
were we
love it.
talking about?
Not love it. There we go.
Timo said, "Is hashtag throw the dwarf getting too boring for you? Try our new hashtag pet the Tarrasque. Twice the silliness, no
Pet
extra
the
cost."
Tarrasque. Hashtag pet the Tarrasque.
And now we just gotta put them together, and the logical conclusion is hashtag throw the Tarrasque.
Oh my god. I would love to see anyone throw the Taraz.
There's my life goal. Your life goal is to pet one. Mine's to throw one.
Okay.
And
So you and I both have an agreement that we need to get to the Tarask. I love
I
this.
want to ride the Tarask. Like a
Okay, so
pony.
all three of us are going to the Tarask. I'm sorry, Batch. We see the Tarask, and all of us try to get the party to go towards the Tarask.
As you all wake up and get your faculties about you, you all feel a little off in one way or another. Like your heads don't feel all that clear. Like coming to this world is kind of shaking you up mentally. And there's one glaring difference in the group. If anyone's looking around, and they happen to look in Sarro's direction, Sarro looks a little different.
I'm sorry, but at the moment, Doc just keeps rocking, rock back and forth, screaming, "Wake up, wake up! We have to go pet the Tarask," while also nomming on the little gem that she was given.
Well, see,
So
the
Sarro-
thing is, Sarro's his hips are a little bit bigger, his waist is a little bit trimmer, and he's got
Boobs! I've
Yeah,
got
boobs.
boobs!
Yeah.
Your on the stream, your settings like your user volume and stuff are still up on the stream.
Yeah.
Just go look at what you're streaming. You'll see
oh
what that
jeez.
means.
Okay, got it.
All right, go on. Sorry, just had to say that. It was
Okay.
getting to me.
But yeah, how do you all react to seeing this difference in Sarro?
Sarro, you got hot.
Doc is still trying to wake Rock up to go pet the Tarask. She doesn't care.
Sarah starts patting his
I-
crotch and like, sudden realization comes over.
I am trying, I'm trying to get Doc's attention to look at Sarro. Like, look, Doc, Sarro's hot. How? You're a doctor, right? This guy shouldn't just turn hot like that.
Doc looks over at Sarro and just goes, "I didn't do that. That's not me. I want to go pet the Tarask now."
You also notice that Rincewynd is still lying on the ground, frozen in place, tongueless, like Clifford left him at the end of last session.
What have you done to my son?
I start poking Rincewynd in the chest, like, hello?
I'm gonna
Hello?
rub Dave on his face, see if that helps.
Nope. He's pretty stuck like that.
Don't I get like a nature check or something like that?
You could,
No.
but it's not gonna work.
That's all right.
This is my way of dealing with Craig not
So basically, now he is only good for throwing. Okay.
So, did not see that coming.
All right. So where are we going? We obviously got to get out of here. I mean, we can't just be laying in the middle of the. Is it night
You
and
hear-
are we in forested areas?
It's daytime, and you hear a voice from way off towards where those buildings are.
All right.
Visitors! I was hoping to get a little reverb on that. And
Sorry.
this man wearing tan-colored pants, a short sleeve black T-shirt, and a what looks to be a black women's sun hat, comes running over towards you, carrying a very nondescript stick in his hand, shouting, "Visitors! New visitors!" He has a huge grin on his face. How do you react to this person charging towards you?
So,
Um,
so they're not like perturbed or anything that I'm a dragonborn. They're just coming right up towards us. This
Yeah. This guy is running right over towards you.
I'm happy
Doc
that
just
I
screams, "Take me to the Tesseract."
to the Tesseract.
You mean you said Tesseract? You meant Tarask.
Yes, Trask. Sorry.
Because there's no Tesseract here.
Yes, I meant Tarask. You know what I'm... No, I'm not looking for a blue glowing sphere, or, like, cube.
Oh,
That word.
he is.
Yeah.
He's
I don't
also-
do words well. Words are hard.
And I asked this man, where can I buy a potion?
At our gift shop, of course.
Let's go. I am down to follow this man.
yeah, we need
guide this
potions and
man.
stuff.
So that I
If
can
you-
get to a shop that won't be an asshole to me because I have scales instead of skin.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
What's wrong
That's
with
kind
scales?
I'm never leaving. I turn to the rest of the group. I'm never leaving.
Not leaving. This is home now.
Doc just looks at you in confusion. Why?
There are
I don't
Tyrant,
understand.
and nobody, and this guy doesn't care about my scales. I'm staying.
Why should people care?
They do in Akala. Or wait,
What
no,
the- oh.
world. What's
Well,
the?
I can fix that for you if you want.
And
She pulls out a couple of her scalpels and looks at you with a very evil glint in her eye.
Please not. I would not like you to get blood right now.
Are you sure?
Enuberon is the word you were looking for. That's the name
Uberon,
of the monster.
Enuberon.
Except I said Uberon. It's okay. But yeah, I'm ready to follow this guy if everybody else is ready. I mean,
But
we need
this
to
guy
get
is
somewhere to get our bearings.
this guy is very excited. He's literally hopping up and down with joy and excitement at having seen you all appear at his feet in this field.
Doc walks very calmly and quietly over to this individual.
And
He jumps up onto their shoulder and gently places one of the scalpels against their throat and says, "Take me to the Tesseract." Or, yeah. You know what I said.
I pick Doc up and hold her at arm's length from me, and I apologize for her while Floofy jumps up on this overly hyperactive individual and starts kissing his face.
Who's a good dog? Who's a good dog? Yeah,
Who's
I'm
the
not
good
never
dog?
doing that voice again.
Dragon, let me go.
We will get to the Tarask. I promise you. Look at
He takes
stops
his stick.
flailing and just stares at you very coldly.
He takes his stick and he boops Doc on the head.
I turn Doc to me. I go, look at me in the eyes. Look at me in the eyes. We're gonna see the Tesseracts before we leave here. I promise.
That's a wreck.
I like you saying it.
I think we just need to rename the monster the Tesseract.
Tesseracts.
We need a blue one that can transport called the Tesseract.
But it has to be small enough, like the size of Floofy. Wait, is Floofy really a Tesseract?
Tesseract in disguise.
Oh,
Tarask.
I can't breathe.
We do have tours for visitors that will take you to the Tarask, but not right now.
I look back at Doc like I'm looking at a child in the back seat of a car. You hear that? We'll see him before we leave. It's all right. It's all right. Like,
Fine. She does a flip and gets out of your hand grasp and walks up your arm to your shoulder and sits down. Fine. She pouts while chewing on her stone.
This entire time, Sarah's been filling her chest. I've got boobs now. I've got boobs. I've got boobs.
Are you okay, man?
At some point in the future, this isn't gay because you're a girl now. I'm gonna need to see those.
Wait, what?
The Jord doesn't care.
I really
You
wish
think-
Rock
you think
was
he
awake right
got where
now.
You think he got where he
Hey,
was by
stranger,
learning about
can you wake
emotions?
Rock up? We need to go pick flowers before we see the Tarask.
You almost called it the Tesseract, didn't you?
Yeah,
Shut up!
that's right again. Yeah.
Shut up!
Rockgog is rousing from his sleep, and as he wakes up, he climbs up to his knees and says, "All hail, Clifford! Thank you for returning me home." Yeah, Timo said, "I think the team broke the DM." Yeah, a little bit. Did we
Doc
just
calms
have a?
down, walks over to Rock and pokes them in the leg with one of their needles after throwing it through one of the potions that she has. This might wake you up in like 3 seconds.
Can we stop stabbing the party, please?
No, they needed to
Run.
wake up. All I did was give them 3 times the amount of adrenaline that the average person gets during a fight.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Wait, did you say Did you say Rockgog or Rincewynd?
Rock. Oh no, she doesn't care about Rincewynd. She wants Rock to wake up so she can sit back on their shoulder.
Well, I just said Rockgog woke up and climbed up to his knees and said, "All hail, Clifford! Thank you for returning me home."
I know, but you said that in a very dazed and confused way, so she wanted to wake him up.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
So now he's alert.
Yeah,
He's gonna be alert.
Jumps
He's gonna
to
be
his
running
feet.
around.
He jumps to his feet, grabs Doc, and hugs her as tight as he can, which inflicts a good bit of pain on her rib cage. And then holds her out like this and says,
Breathe.
"I'm finally home!" And then drops her.
Breathe. I think one of my lungs is cracked. Ow. That was a bad idea.
I look down at Doc and I say, "Hugs can be dangerous when you're strong." And just keep walking.
Ow.
Rockgog walks around to the group, shaking hands, says, "Thank you for getting me back here. Thank you for helping get me back here." And then looks at Rincewynd. He deserved it. Because Rincewynd is still frozen on the ground.
Before Rockhog leaves, I want to squeeze him as hard as I can, get into a pro-rival hug where we're both squeezing each other as hard as we can until the other one gives up. It's like that flexing match.
Rockgog is on a good bit of adrenaline right now, so I have a feeling you're going to be the one to give up first.
Yeah, probably, but
Rockgog turns to this new fellow that's there with the hat and stick, and says, "Where is the nearest church of Clifford?" And he says, "Down that road a mile." And Rockgog takes off running across the field into the road.
Weird.
And disappears into the...
At this point, Doc takes out one of her needles and threads it through another one of her potions and stabs herself in the ribs. That's better. Dear God.
Okay. The Jord just is looking around confused, like, I know we literally got transported to a different world, but that doesn't excuse this.
Excuse... Ow. What?
You're a strange
You
little
stop
gnome.
stabbing people, please. Including yourself. The Jord doesn't understand medicine. He just, in his eyes, Doc has just stabbed 3 people, and including herself, and she's just keeps doing it. I drink
He puts a couple of the needles away and just stares at Jord. What?
Yeah, I look at Doc and I say, you know you can just drink those, right?
It doesn't work that way, sweetie. If you were to drink this, you will die.
Is that a bet or a challenge? Either way, I take one. I'm just kidding.
Now, if
She
you
tosses one of them over to the Jord. Here, have this. It's the weakest sleeping potion she had. Still strong enough to take out an elephant.
Well,
if you all would, please follow me.
Oops. That's-
considering there's nobody strong enough to carry me, I won't drink the sleeping potion right now.
Are you sure? You wanted... Okay, never mind. She puts it away and just walks over to this weird stranger person, tries to jump up on their shoulder and falls off, and just walks back over the Jord. Are you following this person?
Yeah. We're following him. I think. Are we following him, Sarro?
I've got boobs.
Okay, so she starts jumping up and down with her hands up in a, like, pick-me-up kind of a fashion.
Yeah,
To who?
yeah, follow. Yeah, follow.
Who's picking? Who are you trying to get to pick you up, Jord or Sarro?
Jord.
Yeah, I got her. Why don't you just
And,
ride Floofy? Fluffy at her.
No,
Okay.
there's no
you're-
saddle. If there's no saddle, I'll follow.
Is Yuki and Luna still with us?
Yes. This whole time, Luna's been just shaking her head in embarrassment at this group.
I look back at her for approval and then am immediately disheartened because she looks like I just killed her puppy in front of the entire class.
Sarah runs up to Luna and says, Look, I've got boobs bouncing up and down.
I punch Sarro as I'm still trying to
Yes,
impress
you do.
Luna.
Wait, what'd you say, Jord?
I said I punched Sarro as I'm still trying to impress Luna.
Let's see, what can I do?
Not hard enough.
I really hope there was no blood that came out.
I wouldn't punch Sarro hard enough to make him bleed.
Okay.
Well, her now. I wouldn't punch
Her, I was
Sarro.
gonna say.
Okay.
Is
Especially now that she's got boobs. I mean, maybe before, but
what is
Wait,
wrong
where
with
did
your-
you punch Sarro?
I tried dodging with acrobatics.
if he's gonna dodge, then I didn't put enough like actual into it. I wasn't really, if he tries to dodge, it'll be,
Okay.
What has happened to your friend here as he points with his stick at Rincewynd?
Oh, that's just Rincewynd. He does stuff like that sometimes. He'll be all right.
Does he?
Doc lets out a really big sigh and just goes, should I try to wake him? I know some of the potions, but not all of them.
We have some of the best clerics in Discos. If you'd like us to take a look at him.
What's a cleric?
Oh, really?
You don't know what a cleric is?
Jord doesn't.
Clerics are the fun people that bring you food when you're hungry.
So is that like
A cleric
it's like
is a healer.
barbarian?
Yeah.
Wait,
It's a healer.
what? No, I used to always do that, and they would bring me the food while I was working. Oh, wait. You guys didn't work on bodies?
So anyway,
I haven't worked on bodies, but some of the clerics have. I
You
think
can
it fits
show
in.
me. Show me what a cleric is. Let's go see. I don't know what this cleric is, but it sounds weak.
Doc just goes back to chewing on her stone while holding on to Jord as tightly as she can so she doesn't fall off. And she's kind of wedged in between the Jord's wings and his shoulder.
Will one of you carry your friend?
Do I carry him? Yeah, I'll carry
Yeah,
him.
carry him, Jord. I can't. I'm weak and frail.
So, Jord, are you carrying him by his ankle so he's just like...
Dragging him on the ground.
Yeah, I'm just carrying him by one ankle, dragging him behind me.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
So
Yeah.
as the
I didn't hear
horns
you.
bump around, I just grabbed Rincewynd by one ankle and I'm dragging him behind me like a sack of bricks. As his head just Helmhorns just bounces off rocks and stuff.
And the gentleman is looking at you quite curiously as he says, "Oh, okay then. Please follow me." And he turns around and starts walking back to that building off in the distance. Timo says, "I love how the group does not introduce themselves or ask anything relevant to the situation."
I mean, he introduced us as visitors. That's good enough for me. That's all he needs to. That's all he wants to know, apparently. That we're
Timo,
here.
Doc doesn't know to introduce herself. She's just, like, in the moment.
And Sarro's too concerned about the 2 lumps on her chest now.
Illuminous Pooh says, "This is why I gave up DMing herding cats. This is very much like herding cats." But I love it. I love it.
If you've ever watched shameless plug for a YouTuber like Joe Craps Guide to DMing, you'll know exactly why it's worth it.
Joe Cat is amazing.
Well, yeah, Joe Cat, but it's the
Yeah.
Crap Guide to
Crap
DMing.
Guide, yeah.
Joe.
Absolutely love him. Anyway, he walks you over to the building, and he stops and turns around and says, "Oh, I should probably explain this first. Most people who come here aren't aware of the technology. We use magic. We have these things. Okay. You know how an artist can paint your picture? Yes.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
An artist can paint or draw your picture, your image.
Yes, we get the idea.
Well, she
Speak for
sounded confused.
It's just she is confused about everything. So don't.
Doc just goes back to nomming on her little gemstone.
Well, we have mages. We have mages here that can use magic to capture your image and put it onto a piece of parchment.
Is parchment something you eat?
No, parchment.
So, like a wanted poster.
Wait, what's a wanted
They
poster?
are used for. Really?
Are those the thingies that people use to grab you so they take you to places you don't want to go?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
I've had lots of those in the past.
But yes,
you're
they
saying-
are.
I've
they
had
are
way
used-
too many of those in the past.
They are used to make wanted signs sometimes, but a lot of people like them as keepsakes for what they love themselves because the image is much more detailed, more accurate than, say, a painting or drawing.
Oh,
And
yeah, like this. And she pulls out one of the parchments, and it's a picture of one of her wanted posters for an extreme amount of money.
Sarah
He
pulls
looks-
out one of hers that for an extreme amount of money as well.
Yeah, the Jord pulls out his wanted poster too. Like these.
I have my keepsake already. I'm good.
Doc
Thank you, though.
having her wanted poster on her makes sense because you just ran into her, but I don't think either of you should have a wanted poster with you.
Well, Sarah's a pirate, so it's quite. It's really common for them to put up wanted posters for pirates.
Yes, but no, you wouldn't have it on you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would for posterity's sake.
Not since we haven't had a
To
chance.
brag about how wanted you are. It's a bragging right thing.
Jord was about to say the correct thing. Since the gauntlet, you haven't come across one of your wanted. Keep it.
Well, there could be.
No, it
in her
definitely is.
belongings.
Lord Illuminous Pooh said arcaneimage.jpg. That's pretty accurate.
Yes, that is perfect.
Sarro looks at a wanted poster like, oh, this doesn't match anymore.
What
I
does
don't know whether
You
to feel
don't
good or bad
have a
about
wanted
that.
poster on you. You don't have a wanted poster with you.
All right. So anyway, so some above board, he's telling us that basically someone can take our picture
Yes.
Using magic.
Yes.
using that. Well, that's cool, but I don't be interested in that.
Be quiet. I am not finished speaking. I mean, I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I
Oh,
didn't
getting
mean
testy,
to,
are we?
I apologize. I didn't mean to speak to you like
I
that.
take up Rincewynd in a throwing manner, just out of reflex, and then I sit him down like, okay.
Oh, you cannot harm me. It's okay.
What?
You cannot harm me.
Okay, I'm swinging my hammer at him. He says I can't hurt him. I want to test that. I'm
Okay,
swinging.
so apparently Doc is holding on to the Jord as desperately as she can while he's swinging a hammer.
Some of the other people that were there are now looking on, and you can see a couple of them have smirks on their faces as you threaten to hit him with your hammer.
I just want one good swing towards a non-vital area. Not aiming to hurt him, aiming to hurt him, not aiming to hurt him bad.
And Doc is screaming, please don't the entire time while holding on to your neck so she doesn't fall off.
He seems pretty assured of himself.
Sarro is grabbing for her sword just in
Where do you
anticipation.
hit? What part of his body do you hit with a hammer?
I'd just say square in the shoulder, you know?
Oh. That tickles.
Cool. I want to learn. Teach me.
Doc just blinks, looking at the strange individual, going, wow, that was cool. Do it again.
Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
This, my friends, is the Rod of Immortality.
Can I have one? Do you have a spare one?
There's only one.
Can I have it?
No.
I want to use sleight of hand to try to steal it from him.
Are you serious?
You could roll a 50 and it wouldn't work. This cannot be removed from his hand. He has to give it up.
Well, I have a plus 10, so it's close.
So it's
I said it
spellbound, in
would-
other words.
I have a plus 10.
You try to take it from him, and he's holding it loosely in his hand. He doesn't even have a tight grip on it. But when you go to pull it, it feels like it's in a vice, and you cannot remove it from his hand.
Oh.
As long as I am alive, I cannot be relieved of. You see the conundrum there. I cannot die while holding it, and it cannot be taken from me while I am alive.
She just looks at you very confused and goes back to numbing on her rock.
So if I'm holding you, technically I'm holding it, right? I pick him up and tell Sarro to stab me.
That will not work, and would you please put me down? The people you see around here will force you to put me down if necessary.
I turn around and I wave to everybody. Hey, I'm not hurting this guy. I just want to see what he's about. Throwing my hands up. I could hurt all of you, probably. Just you can't hurt this guy, and that's cool.
Doc looks over at Rock Grog to see what they're doing. Or if they're even still around.
Rockog's gone.
No, Rockog's gone.
They're still gone?
He's gone.
They're still gone. Okay.
He's long gone.
Timo said,
like,
Jord. Timo said, Jord, stop sovereign citizening the Rod of Immortality.
Look. In accordance with the First Amendment of Anubaron,
Okay,
that is
I'm gonna stop you right there.
that is my right to be an idiot.
It's my right to be an idiot. You do have a right to be an idiot. Put me down.
No,
now.
you don't have a right to be an idiot.
Doc just looks at the stranger and goes, "When are we going to be able to look at the pretty flowers again?"
Okay, so you were saying about these pictures they can take with magic.
Some of these mages can capture a moving image and project it again.
Oh, so not only do we have wanted posters that have incredible likeness to whoever is captured on the paper, you now have moving images of those people.
We
I really
use
don't like
them
this
for
world
many
already.
different purposes, and the reason I'm telling you this is because I don't want you to be shocked and maybe scared when I show you what I'm going to show you. Most people aren't
I
familiar
was
with
just turned in.
this type of magic.
I just spontaneously grew boobs. I'm not really scared of or shocked by anything at this point.
That is quite curious.
Do you get visitors from outside of this world pretty often?
Recently, yes. As a matter of fact, now I'll explain some more. But if you come into this building with me, I have a presentation.
Oh, okay, I follow the dude.
Getting a little skeptical, but I'm following.
So he opens the door to it. It's probably like 50 feet by 50 feet. Um, there aren't any. Well, there are some windows on the outside, but it looks like there are shades or shutters that are light. But he opens, he opens the door to the building, and you go in, and there are some like torches. It's very dimly lit, and there's a big wall that doesn't have any windows or doors on it. One side, and there's a bunch of chairs arranged in rows facing that wall, and there is somebody standing at the back behind chairs on a platform. It looks quite a lot like a theater, but instead of a stage, there's just a big wall.
This is
Please have a seat. Sit anywhere you like.
Doc
Okay.
just continues to struggle a little bit until she gets into a comfortable spot wedged between Jord's wing and their shoulder and their neck. So that way she can just kind of like sit back, relax, and just pull out a couple of flowers and start weaving them into a nice little tiara.
Sarro sits down, throws her legs up in the air, and crosses her leg on the back of another chair.
And hey, I got those flowers back when we were still in a call-up.
Jord takes Fluffy and Dave and just picks a seat, sits down. Fluffy jumps up on his lap, and Dave is still balanced perfectly on Fluffy's nose.
Lord Illuminous Boo says Phantasmal Forces.mp4 and Power Word Point by Microsoft. Don't give me ideas. I will use them. So he walks over to this table that has some bowls on it, picks up a bowl, and he walks back over to all of you. And the bowl has little pieces of white, little fluffy bits. And he says, "Would any of you like some popped corn? It's a new delicacy here in Discos."
Yeah.
Corn? Sure.
What's it taste like?
I don't know how to describe the taste.
You know what?
Just try
I'll
just try
pass.
some.
I'm just
You'll
gonna
like
stick
it.
to chewing on my stone. Thank you, though.
I I grab a handful, and I also take a handful and shove it in Rincewind's, I'm assuming, frozen open mouth.
No,
Like,
at
assume-
this
We
point,
have to. We have to
Doc
get him to
actually
a
shows the interesting individual the stone that she's been chewing on, so that way that they can look at it for a little bit.
You have to refresh my memory. Is this stone again?
Remember, if you stare at the stone whatsoever, you become captivated and want to keep that that stone forever. It
It's
places
one
the
of the
curse on you.
gems. It's one of the gems.
The one
Yes.
that I still have the tiny chest for.
She's been chewing on it this entire time, so she finally shows the stranger the person while they're offering her popcorn.
And he sees the slobber all over it and says, I'll stick with the popcorn, thank you." He doesn't pay attention to anything.
But he stared at the stone.
No, he didn't. He saw it for maybe a second and noticed it was covered in slobber.
But you said it was something that if you
another
stare at,
one.
it's something that you want.
Stare at it. That was a very.
If you pay attention to it, but like he didn't do that. He just saw the slobber, averted his
remember-
attention.
I technically looked at the stones too, but since since the Jord has no fascination with money or anything, I didn't care, so I didn't get captivated by it. But
No, you were still captivated by it.
It doesn't matter if it's for financial, it's just something that you want to have.
Yeah.
No, I thought for sure because you asked me if I paid any attention to it, and I said no because Jord doesn't care about like.
Well, in that case, you wouldn't have been if you didn't pay enough attention. I misunderstood what you said.
Sarro just picked them up and didn't really pay attention to what was in it, just took them.
Yeah.
So,
So
not
have
enough
you
to
all
be
figured?
captivated.
Have you all figured out what this place is yet?
No,
It's a movie theater.
There we go.
It's a movie theater. What I mean, duh.
I mean, I figured it was obvious enough, but
Yeah, it was obvious. That was pretty obvious.
So he sits down next to all of you and starts munching on his popcorn. And you see this arcane energy coming from the back of the building where that person was standing, projected towards the wall, which is basically a old movie screen. And for this to work, because I did a test on it, I did a test on sharing a video on Discord, which I've never done before. I'm going to share this. Where is it? Share my screen. And I need all of you to actually click on it and focus on it so you can hear the video in the Discord call. I need you to. So it pops up to be like the main thing.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Now, if I've done this right, you all should hear this, and the audience should hear this. Hoping it's not too loud. You are capturing, yes? You are capturing my image? Yes? Yes?
I cannot hear it.
I can hear it, but barely.
Okay. You can hear it, but barely?
Yeah.
Could you?
My stream volume is all the way down. Check your stream volume, guys.
Oh, that'll do it.
My stream volume's already pretty high. So wait, let me try something.
Go to the actual stream, actually where he's streaming the video.
Yeah.
And
They said they could hear it fine on there.
Okay.
But
I should be good because
yeah, you should be able to hear it through the Discord call, no problem.
I should be able to hear it now. My stream volume was all the way down. That was my issue.
Okay. All right. Take two. You are capturing, yes? You are capturing my image? Yes? Yes? Okay. Welcome to Discos. Welcome to our world. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're so glad that Clifford sent you. Welcome, welcome, welcome to you. Was it good? Was that good? I thought it would be over the top, but that's good. Yes. Oh, be quiet and get back to the presentation. Yes. Okay. So, hi, I'm Phineas Overburden. Strange name, yes.
What was his name
what
again?
Can I say? I had
I didn't
strange
hear
parents, and that's not why you're here. You're here. You want to know about discos. You want to know about our world. As I said in the song, welcome to our world. We were all minding our collective business a few months ago when one day a giant talking head appeared in the clouds, calling himself Clifford, saying that he created our world of discos and many other worlds, but that ours was his favorite. After the existential crisis of finding out that we'd only existed for a few months and that all of our lives and memories were fictitious and actually implanted in us by this crazy wizard from another world, we got through that and moved on with our lives, and now we have started this center to welcome new friends and visitors that Clifford sends us from time to time. From worlds that aren't his favorite. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself here. After Clifford told us this, he said that he might send us visitors from other worlds, and, well, most people didn't like that. I was gonna be honest. Most people didn't like that. They hated that. They hated Clifford. I didn't, though. I liked him. So I, Phineas Overburden, opened this center for everyone who comes and visits Discos. You're welcome.
Okay.
So
The Jord.
Phineas
Jord's-
has a huge grin on his face, and he's looking at all of you and just waiting for you to react.
Jord, he doesn't have to wait for a reaction because as soon as the green screen goes dark, the Jord gives a standing ovation. Bravo, bravo!
Doc just tries to hold on desperately for her life while Jord flips around for a little bit and just looks around and going, what was that person's name again?
Sarro still just sitting with her feet up in the other chair, her arms crossed. I've seen better.
That is literally, Phineas, I am not lying when I tell you that is literally the best movie I've ever seen.
Doc looks over to Jord and goes, what was the guy's name again?
Phineas Overburden. Wait. Overburden. Wow, that's quite an interesting name. Surname.
Yes. My parents
I
gave
still
me
don't understand.
that name.
I'm just gonna call you Mr. Stick Hat Person.
I'm
Okay,
guessing
I'm
you
happy with
led.
that.
I'm guessing you led a very interesting childhood with that surname.
At times, yes. My Josh, best friend Josh from my home group is in the chat. He said getting to work on a meme from that.
Wait,
Oh,
does
boy.
that mean they have introduced
Oh, no.
memes there as well in this world? I mean discos?
Oh, I had not thought of that. Of course, somebody was going to ask me that question. But you
Excuse me,
wouldn't know what
Mr.
memes
Stick
are,
Hat
so.
Person, when are we gonna go visit the Task Rack or the Task Rack?
Trask.
Or Trask. Yeah, that thing.
In
I wanna go
time.
pet it.
I want a baby Trask as a pet. Do they have babies?
Aren't baby Tarrasques still like the size of a small hill?
Wait, those
Yeah.
weren't babies?
No.
size of
I
a
wanna pet them
small-
all. What do they eat? Can we feed them?
Don't they eat literal mountains?
They eat
Phineas
little
is looking
worlds.
at you with a very confused look on.
Looking at who? All of us?
Yes, all of you
And I noticed
at the Tarask talk.
Luna and Yuki hasn't said anything this entire time.
Okay, just you three. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I want. I look at Luna and I ask her for her opinion on that situation. That she's been kind of quiet for being teleported to a completely different world and being told that we're now in basically a mini-verse from Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
She says, I'm optimistic that I might be able to find a cure for each curse, as we could not find one back in our world, so maybe there's one here.
What? Maybe Doc knows something about that.
That
Can
can
help
be
with
our,
the curse.
that can be our first objective is getting rid of your curse. I mean, are there any other more pressing issues at hand?
No,
This is
not
the
really.
GM. I can't think of anything at the moment now that you are away from the people who are trying to kill you.
Yeah,
And also, but wait, then white wolves don't exist in this world, or do they? Do white wolves exist in this world?
Winter wolves.
Winter wolves, yeah. Sorry.
Are you asking Phineas?
Yeah.
Yes, we have winter wolves here.
Then do you have black blades as well?
my question is,
I suppose the smith could make a black blade for you if
No.
you want.
Sarro pulls out her black blade that she had collected earlier and asks him if he's seen anything like this.
I've seen some prop weapons that look like that, but I don't think, or at least around here, no one has.
Doc
this
happens to
data.
look over and see that Black Blade freaks out and starts running away.
Oh, damn. Damn.
my question
No, like she runs out the building and is gone.
where are they?
Where is she going? Why did that blade scare her so much?
I don't know, but it's something I'm gonna have to find out, I
Timo,
guess.
Well,
Timo says, are there any more pressing things to do? Frozen Rincewynd rules. I guess not.
See, that's exactly perfect, though. I wasn't even trying to play that. I actually forgot that Rincewynd was Rincewynd sickle at the moment, but
You didn't notice the distinct lack of someone being peed on?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Let's-
isn't the
let's-
stream of peace still frozen in place?
Oh,
that-
yeah,
that-
it is, isn't it?
That
It
would
is. It's
that would have
halfway
been
frozen in place.
that would
tell
have been
me.
left behind when he was transported.
No,
How
tell
did that get left behind? It was frozen in place, attached to him.
Yes, can we please have it like that so that I can use Rincewynd by his frozen pea as a hammer?
And wouldn't it be locked into place by a temporal distortion? I mean, since Rincewynd is frozen in place, everything is frozen in place, which means that anybody touching Rincewynd can't affect Rincewynd, so anything attached to Rincewynd during the frozen period would be, in essence, like steel.
That is great logic there,
His
right?
pee is still there. Use my own logic against me. How
Yes.
dare you?
So, technically, Rincewynd is nothing more than a gigantic hammer with a thin handle made of urine.
Yeah.
This is gonna backfire
Yeah.
so bad.
If there are any supremely powerful mages around here that he thinks are good at dealing with spells or curses that have transformed beings.
No. I like my boobs. I'm not getting changed back.
Not you, Sarro. I wouldn't let you get changed if you wanted to. Now,
Doc pulls out one of her scalpels and looks at Sarro and says, "Are you sure? I could do
Yes,
it
I'm
real quick
sure.
for you.
I'm sure. I am sure.
I could take care of that problem."
Nope.
Okay.
So Phineas, is there anybody you can think of right off rip, or a town we could go to find somebody of such stature?
You could ask one of our clerics if you still wish to bring your friend there as well.
I mean, I still don't know what a cleric is, but it sounds like paper
I'm sorry.
mache. Anyway,
Healer, a magical healer.
so somebody who doesn't do damage.
I heal.
Okay. Um,
No, the word you're looking for is doctor.
so
Have you ever
just
heard of that word before?
somebody who sucks.
Yes,
Got
but
it.
they are not magical.
We need magical healers. If this place is so magical that you can literally create moving images on a screen, surely you have someone that can reverse curses placed upon individuals.
I mean,
That's presumptuous of you.
doesn't mean that. Yeah, it doesn't mean that Phineas knows. I mean, maybe there is somebody in the world, but Phineas, he just seems like an all-around nice guy. He doesn't have.
Yeah,
I'm sure he knows mostly new people in his profession.
Doc looks at Jord and goes, "Who are you talking about?"
Fuck's sake.
the dude with the weird hat.
Phineas Silver, new friend. Is that right, Phineas?
Who is Pennas?
Phineas. The guy with the
Fishy
stick.
Ness?
The guy with the stick and the weird hat.
Fishy net?
Yeah, sure, we'll go with that. Fishnet. Fishnet overburden.
Okay. So Phineas,
Fishnet Overburden was my uncle.
Oh, sorry.
he sounds like a great man.
Yeah, he sounds like an awesome man. He does.
Nobody
Doc
likes
just
him.
keeps looking around confused, trying to figure out who the hell everybody's talking about.
Phineas walks up and bops you on the head with his rod.
Ow! What that for?
Jeez.
Okay,
My name. Oh, by the way, he's speaking common. Probably should have said that at the beginning.
Oh no, she knows. She's just not comprehending you whatsoever.
My name is Phineas.
Fishnet. Got it.
Fine.
Sleep, Doc.
What?
So put Doc to sleep, please.
Wait, no. No sleepy time medicine.
Wait a minute. Didn't Doc run away when she saw the black dagger?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but she came back.
Yeah, she came back.
Hence
want
why
to
nobody chased her. She can't exist out there without somebody to ride on.
Oh no, she got scared. She opened up the doors, saw that, and ran back in.
Might want to explain to Doc at some point why you're in possession of a black blade.
Oh yeah. So I do warn Phineas. I tell him that he needs to keep a lookout for people coming through there with blades of this kind, because maybe people following us,
And they're not good people. They are not good people.
they are the worst people you can imagine. Seriously,
They kill winter wolves and use their pelts as clothing.
they basically slaughtered my entire clan.
Clifford wouldn't send bad people here.
Not willingly.
Not willingly, yeah.
And where I come from,
You think people could make Clifford do something he didn't want to do?
there may be people stronger than Clifford where I come from.
Much stronger.
That would be very terrifying.
Yeah, so keep a lookout for those kinds of people.
Anyone who comes through that besides us with a blade like this, you send
Don't
in.
trust. Do not trust.
Well,
The
Then-
entire time, Doc is
then-
climbing up
hold
Jord, but staring
on.
at the sword very suspiciously, making sure Jord doesn't do anything to her.
Then,
And she sits back on Jord's shoulder.
then why should I trust you? You have one of them.
Because I stole it from them.
Yes. We only have their blades because we took it off of their dead bodies after they attacked us.
Phineas takes one very large step backwards.
Look, man, you see my hammer. You knew what this was.
Wait, why is the person who can't die taking a step backwards?
Yeah.
I mean, he's appalled by my actions, not necessarily scared of me. I just told him that I
That.
killed a man.
That, pretty much.
I look at him and I tell him, I'm a barbarian.
It was self-defense.
They either regret their actions or I die.
And it was self-defense. Hey, I'm just in the profession of stealing, not killing.
As that, and I look
Oh.
him in the eye. I look him seriously in the eye, like staring him dead. And like I said, they killed my entire clan. And then I drop it and I turn around.
Well,
And
they
I
are
was
very
only in
nice
that
people, are
profession.
they?
No, they aren't. Not nice people.
That's why we're warning you about him, Phineas. You seem
Yeah.
like a very nice guy. I would hate
I
for
tried to
something to happen to you on my account. So
Yeah, I like you. I like you,
I mean,
Phineas.
The people
good
have
people.
voted for me to hold the Rod of Immortality for the last 4 years, so I must be a nice.
well, and plus,
Well,
yeah.
Clifford created you that way, so because Clifford created you in this world.
You say that, and he stares off for a second. Oh, sorry, you were saying?
I was saying, why don't you show us to these clerics?
Okay then.
Unfortunately, Doc jumps and screams at Jord, "Stop making fast movements like that. That scared the crap out of me."
Pick up Doc.
Follow me.
Very gently in my arms, and I shush her as we walk.
You're very confused and blankly at you.
But is she scrambling around and upset?
No, she's just staring at you, very confused and blankly.
That was the aim. Let's go. And I'm cradling her in one hand and dragging Rincewynd along by the piss handle on the other hand.
Oh God.
Phineas opens the door and holds it for you and watches in some very deep confusion as you all walk past him.
Doc pipes up very quietly to the Jord. "You forgot about Dave."
Oh God! I run back in, grab Dave, run back out.
I just follow everyone.
Luna says to Phineas as they all walk out, I swear they're really good people.
While she says that, what's the weather like around here? Is it still super cold?
No.
Doc looks
actually,
over at the
it's-
stone that's hanging by one of the rocks from one of the roofs next to the theater and goes, "Yeah, the stone has some cold on it, so yeah, I'm guessing it's cold."
What?
But
Has some snow on it. You've never seen a weather stone? If it's raining out and the stone is wet, you know it's raining.
yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, weather stones. Yeah.
It's not, in fact, cold. It's actually sunny and warm.
Okay, then I strip off my bear skin and I'm down to my loincloth. As Luna
starts
is explaining how good people we are, I basically strip down to my underwear.
Doc starts to feel very uncomfortable right now.
And Sarro starts to strip down, then notices something, then quickly covers back up.
The Jord doesn't like clothes.
What do you do with that bearskin?
Toss it over Rincewynd as I drag him along.
Oh, jeez.
Doc wraps
Timo
her robes around her a little bit tighter.
says, "Wow, you guys taught a paladin to lie. Well done." Luna calling you all good people. Oh gosh. Follow me if you so desire. And he leads you to one of the smaller buildings. It has this building in particular. It's smaller. It's maybe 20 feet in diameter. It's a round building that kind of curves to the top. The whole thing is like a bell shape. And at the top there are letters that look like they were painted on the building, but painted very artistically. With the letters D-O-G. Spells out the word.
Oh, dog.
Yes, dog.
Sarro's like, oh, dog.
I look back at Luna.
You know, like someone would say, oh god, but oh dog. Never mind. I had to explain my joke.
What does Luna think about this? The fact that this building just randomly says Delve on it.
What does who think about that?
Luna.
She's intrigued. She looks up and says, "A church of dog."
Are they all dyslexic or something?
Interesting.
Doc, still very embarrassed by being held by Jord at the moment, quietly and meekly goes, "Can I write the puppy instead?"
I actually turn to Phineas and I ask him if he's got anywhere to buy a small saddle.
It's funny you should ask, as he motions for you to enter the church of. He says nothing else. He just motions to walk in.
Dog.
I follow in intrigued, and I'm sticking next to Luna, and I don't know, just following her.
In this small, what could be described as a chapel, there are many statues, and even some magically captured images. These are painted images along the walls of various types of dogs. And there's one very large statue towards the back of a mastiff. And there are actually dogs in the building as well. There's 3 dogs. One of them is a mastiff. The other.
Tell me there's a Shiba Inu somewhere.
What now?
Tell me there's
Shiba Inu.
Shiba Inu.
I have to. I don't know dog breed.
Doge Dockies.
Doge, yeah. Doge.
Oh, yes. There's.
Shiba Inu, my favorite.
I'll do it for the meme. There's a Shiba Inu in there.
Yeah.
And a small Chihuahua. The
oh god. Oh, dogs. I mean.
The Chihuahua.
No, I just want everybody to know that we here over at Globers and Goblins do not, we actually might endorse the Dogecoin.
Yeah, we might.
We may or may not.
Our lawyers are telling us to not endorse anything of the sort.
Globers and Goblins / the World of Akala does not endorse any form of cryptocurrency.
We may or may not endorse it.
Go
may
buy
or may
gold.
not.
Gold never decreases in value. Buy gold, buy gold, buy gold.
And it drops.
The Mastiff and the Shiba Inu. How big are those dogs?
Mastiffs
Mastiffs are huge. Shiba Inus are not that big.
Like
Shiba Inu is like
could a
kind
halfling,
of a medium
halfling
size dog.
feasibly ride a Shiba Inu?
She might, but the Mastiff would definitely be like a huge horse for her.
Yeah,
right.
Mastiff would definitely.
The reason I'm asking,
so
if a Shiba Inu is big enough for a halfling to ride, that's what I was getting at. The Mastiff and the Shiba Inu both actually have saddles on. And the people in this chapel are halflings and gnomes.
Huh.
Oh.
So yeah, it's quite interesting that you
Doc jumps down off of Jord
Carthage.
and just looks at them and goes, "Wow, you're like me! Yay!"
Lord Luminous Pooh says, "Guard Doge."
That's what broke me just now.
the Jord
Guard Doge. I love it.
can to resist just starting to kick, just kicking, just walking through and kicking them.
That's so racist. Why would you do that?
It's not racist. It's just his instinctive reaction. There's a bunch of little things. Kick them.
Oh my god!
How is that not racist?
I don't dislike them. They're just small, so I want to see how far I can kick them.
Unfortunately, Doc is flung to one of the walls, screaming "ow" after hitting it because she got caught up in the crossfire.
And Sarro is just over there petting the various dogs.
I did say that Jord resisted the urge to start kicking.
Okay.
Are you tempted to kick the Chihuahua as well?
Oh, no. Just the little people.
Not the Chihuahua. Not the Chihuahua.
Only the little people.
Then that's racist.
Yeah, that's racist. That's
Jord
racist.
likes dogs. He doesn't like any people except for the ones he travels with.
It's still racist. I don't care.
Okay, maybe the Jord is a little racist.
A little, yes.
A little.
Because he wants to kick all the tiny people.
Well, would this be sizest?
Yeah, right? I mean, if anything, I'm sized. I will accept that because that is a correct.
So you wouldn't be.
The Jord doesn't care if it's a dwarf, a gnome, or a halfling. It's because it's smaller than Jord's kneecap. He has to kick it.
Exactly. If it is below my kneecaps, I want to kick it. Except for Doc. The Jord's got a soft spot for Doc and Rincewynd.
Yeah, and Doc's gonna keep the scalpel to that soft spot.
Yeah. How could I be sizest? Some of my best friends are small.
Oh my god.
Holy shit, this took a turn.
You told us to improv.
Yeah, you're the one that told us to improv.
No, you guys play. I'm the one that improvs.
And Sarro's still just running around petting all the doggies.
The doggies are very, very receptive to your pets. But there is a halfling who is standing near the large statue of the Mastiff in the back and says, "How may I help you?"
Doc gets up slowly and walks over and goes, "Hi!
Hi.
I don't know why I'm here."
I would like a saddle for Mr. or Miss Floofy back there. I don't know what the dog identifies as, so I haven't really checked either. So.
I walk up to him and ask him, "This is a church of dog. Do you have churches of cats too?"
The halfling looks at you with steaming anger on its face. Do not speak in the church of cat.
The Jord turns around and he is giving Sarro the same exact stare, or trying to give Sarro the same exact stare as the guy who has the halfling.
But it just logically follows that you would also have a church of cat.
If you mention the church of cat once more in these walls, you will be forced to leave.
Fine, I won't mention the church of cat again. Sorry, shit.
Out!
I won't mention that
Stop,
again.
Phineas. Out! Cut off for the moment.
No, please forgive my friend. I'm sorry for them. I apologize.
You can stay. She must leave.
But no, please just let her stay. She'll just stay in the corner and pet all of the doggies, I promise.
The halfling walks around the
I apologize.
circular room and says, "There are no corners in here."
Well, then wouldn't the
apologize.
corner be in the center?
I pushed him out. I pushed Sarro out.
Let the doggos. I let the doggos.
About this saddle.
Uh-huh.
I try to sneak my way back in.
Lost a headphone.
I try to sneak my way back in.
Evans, can I buy the saddle before he gets us thrown out, please?
Buy? You don't need to buy this saddle. We'll gladly give you one for you.
Oh, yes, please. That's actually amazing. I would
halfling-
like. Could you get her fit for one?
The halfling walks up to Fluffy, takes a look, and trying to size up Fluffy, and walks over behind the mastiff statue. You hear some rustling, and he comes back out with a saddle. This should fit.
And you're sure that I'm not gonna hurt Fluffy, right?
Yeah, Fluffy's a pretty big dog. He can handle it.
Okay.
You're very, very, very small. I think Fluffy can handle you.
Okay.
Now, your friend, as the halfling points to Rincewynd, looks a bit unwell. Would you also like our help with that?
Yeah, if you can. I mean, I'd really like to use him as a hammer once, but if you can get rid of that now, yeah, I guess we could.
The halfling walks up, and you can see the halfling's hands start to glow a little bit as they hands swim, figure out exactly what's going on.
Now Doc looks over to the Jord real quick and whispers quietly, "Should we return his tongue?"
Yeah, if you can fix the tongue. I mean, because if Rincewynd couldn't taste food, do you know what he would do to us?
Oh, great. Yeah.
He tastes the food he eats.
I mean,
We've all seen how he eats. I'm surprised the food even touches his tongue.
jaw, so it has to at least touch his tongue for a second.
He tried to eat a pudding once.
He licked pudding off of my hammer. I know. You're not telling me nothing I haven't already found out myself.
The
What's a
halfling.
pudding?
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Oh, God. I mean, dogs.
The halfling says, "We can fix him. It might take a little while."
Okay, we'll leave him in your... Well, I can't say anything. I'm out the building. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, that was basically what I was going to say. We'll leave him in your care. I assume you have some way of contacting us. If you could do that, please. I would appreciate it. And yeah, just, I mean, be careful with him, but like, don't worry about hitting his head too much, because there's certain times after he gets hit on the head where he's kind of coherent. So, like, maybe try hitting him on the head a couple times.
Be careful hitting him on the head. You don't want anything that you hit him on the head with to break.
The halfling looks at you very confused at this logic.
Look, you don't know Rincewynd like I do.
Okay, but I don't think we're going to be hitting him on the head.
Timo, we're going to leave that up to you to figure out if that's a euphemism or not.
And Timo said, "He licked the pudding off my hammer. Jord, please tell me that is not a euphemism."
We're going to leave that up to you. We're not going to tell you yes or no. We're just going to let you find out.
Yeah, you'll have to watch previous episodes to figure that out.
The stream where you can decide for yourself.
Yeah, watch.
Oh,
Go back
jeez.
and watch all the
Whatever.
videos. Try to find the time.
Your interpretation is just as valid as mine. So
Luna walks up to the halfling with Yuki and my friend here has my friend here has been. This is not her. This is not what she is supposed to be. She's supposed to be here. She was cursed to live in the body of a her woman. Is there anything you can do about removing a curse?
Wait, so the saddle isn't for that puppy? And she points to Luna.
no, she points to Yuki. Yuna's the.
Or
Luna's the-
Yuki. Yeah. She points to Yuki.
I thought you were talking about Fluffy the dog.
Yeah, that's who I was talking about. But
Oh, I know you both are, but that's what Doc says.
yeah, that's not what Doc thought we were talking about.
You have to remember, Doc is always confused and clueless.
That's not going to get annoying fast. Lord of Luminous Pooh said, "Dude looked like a kitty." I'm assuming referring to Sarro.
Dude. You know, I always thought
Don't get us
I always
clean.
thought it was do it like a lady.
Oh my god.
My whole entire life, I thought it was do it like a lady, and my grandpa's actually the one because he told me to stop singing it in church, and I was like, "Why? Like, it's nothing. It's just like." And he was like, "That song's about a," and he didn't use really good terms for it. But
Oh.
And he told me to stop singing that song, and I was like, "Oh, so you're kind of crappy." No, not really that bad. Just kind of crappy. Oh, good to know that.
Timo said, "Clueless and annoying, so Doc will fit right in."
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, Jord's
Yeah.
clueless. He just doesn't care. Like I know what's going on most of the time. I just
Most of the time.
pay attention.
Oh, no, Doc is dumber than a bag of rocks.
Well, that
That's what-
personality of Doc's.
That's why we are having this saddle, and I asked them to put some restraints on it to keep, like, make it more like a car seat instead of a saddle.
Oh my god.
We're just gonna stick with the saddle.
Okay.
Doc walks over and asks for the saddle from Jord.
All right. So,
Saddle
Well-
for Jord.
No, the saddle from Jord.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying putting a saddle on Jord.
No, the saddle from Jord. No, oh, wait, can we get a saddle and put it on Jord's shoulder?
that's a papoose, and I'm interested in that, but not right now. And
Oh gosh.
Jord is interested in the conversation right now because they're talking about removing curses and like altering curses and stuff, and I'm sure Keldreth has something to say about that. Keldreth is probably a little intrigued about changing things back to what they're supposed to be.
Keldris, for those who are not aware, is Jord's hammer. Waiting.
It has the soul of a blue dragon in it.
Waiting for the jokes about Jord naming his hammer.
Well, why else would there be cream coming from the hammer
Oh.
that Jord had to lick?
But yes, his hammer
no
has
comment.
the soul of an ancient blue dragon in it, named Keldra. And the hammer, it is a sentient weapon, so it does talk to the Jord. It can speak out loud, but it usually speaks to him. Keldrith is indifferent to the conversation, as the curse that put her soul in the hammer was, at least to her knowledge, is far stronger than any other numbers and make the actual shot to communicate this information to you telepathically.
Shame.
Timo said, "Dumber than a bag of rocks. I already told you that you fit right in. No need for additional similarity."
See, that I can agree with. Jord is just dumber than a bag of rocks.
I really, really, really miss Vishanti. No offense. No offense to the rest of you.
I'm not gonna lie, that's
Full offense taken. No, full offense taken.
I really do wish that Vincent was here because I'm sure we'd probably be 6 episodes ahead by now in your script.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guarantee it. We probably would be. I mean, we
gosh.
can't even get a saddle.
So anyway, we've got a saddle and Looney, that is, I have a dog named Looney, which is kind of funny, but and her nickname is Looney. But anyway, Luna was asking about Yuki, and yeah.
Uh,
We-
Doc tries to take the saddle from the Jord and tries to put it onto Yuki.
Oh, no.
Say that again.
and begging
Doc
you-
takes the saddle from Jord and tries to put it on Yuki.
Yuki kind of sniffs you as you do that, and the halfling says, "I don't think the saddle will fit that wolf."
Oh,
Yeah. Yuki's
which one then?
I mean, Fluffy's big. Fluffy is big, but Yuki, isn't she Timberwolf basically?
She's a medium-sized version of Winterwolf. Winterwolves are typical dire wolves, but she's still pretty big.
Yeah. So yeah, I'd think about a Timberwolf. Have you ever seen a Timberwolf?
Probably.
Timberwolf's like a little smaller than a full-grown mastiff.
Yeah, that's about right. I just Googled it. Yeah.
Basically huskies.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
Definitely bigger
So-
than Fluffy.
So Luna is yeah. Sorry, just trying to move the story along.
What'd you say?
Said sorry, I'm just trying to move the story along.
Oh no, you're fine. But Doc, do you go and saddle the correct canine?
Oh no, she gave a sigh and just looked at everybody and goes, "Which one am I supposed to put this on?"
Fluffy.
Oh, and she walks over to Fluffy and puts it on Fluffy.
Wait. I before we're done with the saddle, I asked the person if he can make a special holder on it for Dave.
And for the who?
For this plant here, and I show it to him. It's a long story, and it involves a wizard who I assume was on some type of mind-altering substance when I met him, and he left me this, and his dying wish was for me to take care of it. So will you please put something on here to keep Dave in there?
I think I may have a saddle with a bowl holder. Would that work?
That may work as long as it can hold plant.
I made
mean-
it. I made it for one of my clerics who enjoyed eating while riding their dog, but he's no longer with our church. He's with a different church. He's with a different church. I'm not. I don't want to get into it.
Is it the church of which we do not
No.
speak?
It is another church. Speak dirty god worshippers.
Weird. Okay. So are we?
he takes that saddle, gets the other one, and he gives Doc a look of I don't even know the word. I say a dirty look, but it's not quite that bad. But then he puts the saddle on Fluffy himself.
Is it just distaste?
Disdain?
Disdain, that's the right word. I could not think of. Look of disdain. Yes. And he puts the saddle on Fluffy and then makes sure that the pot will fit in the bowl holder, and it does.
Doc lets out a sigh. She's used to people giving her that look.
Pancake of Destiny says, without all the silly jokes, the story would be over after 3 episodes. And I don't think anyone cares about the story. All, quote, side activities makes this thing good. And Luminous Pooh said, Pancake is right, all the XP is in the side quests.
How else do you come up to the main boss and kill him in one hit?
It's a funny story. That's basically what my home group did. I talked about that in the last Cold Heart chat. If you guys want to give that a listen, about my home group basically one-shot lol to death. That was a lot of fun. Timo came on for that Cold Heart chat, and he ended up talking about a bunch of different things. Yeah, check that out.
I put something in the lounge for you.
Yeah,
the last image I posted.
In the lounge?
Yeah, the last one.
Oh. It's dogs with saddles. That's not the kind of dog Fluffy is, but works.
That's a Mastiff, so.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. What kind of dog is Fluffy? The random picture I used, I don't really know what kind of dog.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused. Like, is Fluffy a Mastiff?
I'll just say a mutt that looks like that. That's what Fluffy is. You take that picture at random. She was a random dog on the street, so she's just
there we go. Yeah,
looks like that.
Okay. But yes, Dave the potted plant fits in the bowl holder just fine. So Dog can now ride Fluffy.
I give him a couple pieces of silver just for a little bit of extra trouble. Tell him to just because I like him so much.
Oh,
Now,
please,
Doc spends
please.
like the next 10 minutes trying to get into this or onto the saddle, and each time falling off, falling over, just like it's bad.
Please place any donations in the Mastiff's paw. The giant Mastiff statue. Its paw is out like this.
That is adorable, and I go but a gold in there.
The halfling comments as you do that. That's interesting looking. That's right. You're not from this world. I always forget that when people give us money.
Is there an exchange rate? Because I can go. Can I go do that? I can.
Well, Doc goes, no, it's okay. This is a really, really awesome gift, so I guess I'll go ahead and let you have this. And she wipes all of this lava off of the gemstone and hands it to the person.
No, thank you. That's quite all right.
But it's a precious gem. Okay. She walks over and puts it into the dog's little paw.
The gold and the gemstone both vanish and like a shimmer. They both shimmer and disappear. Thank you for your kind donation.
Thank you for the gift. It's wonderful. I love it.
Back on the topic.
She walks over and tries going back onto the side.
Back on the topic of Yuki's curse, the halfling says, we might be able to remove that curse works. Might take some time and some research just by looking at you. He's talking directly. I see this aura seems a bit impenetrable to my current abilities. I may have to contact another cleric that I know. Come visit us again soon. We might have an answer. Did everybody die?
Just before we leave,
Oh.
I'm just going to ask about my dragon mark, and I bring up what I mentioned to you about maybe having it formed into a permanent spell rot tattoo if we can control how it grows. Because to those who don't know, one of the Jord has a couple spells, and the way that he casts those is he has an aberrant dragon mark, which it's on his hand specifically where he grips Keldreth, and it's spreading up his arm slowly, and he knows what a spell rot tattoo is, and he kind of wants to see if he can't maybe figure that out.
The halfling looks completely bewildered by this mark.
Alright, well, figured it was worth checking. You see, I got this hand.
That's not to say you won't find the right person to talk to. Just this cleric.
And Sarro's still waiting outside the door, her arms crossed over her chest, or just tapping on the floor with her feet, like, any minute now.
So yeah, we're ready to go, I think.
Phineas
Doc
has
finally
been
screams, "Yay! I got on! Yay!"
Phineas has been standing outside the whole chapel this whole time, and while everybody else is inside talking to the clerics, he looks over at Sarro and says, "Hold on." There we go. He looks over at Sarro and says, "So you didn't have those before?" And he points his stick at Sarro.
No, this is a new development, apparently.
Interesting.
And it's not like he grew into them. He was a guy before. Those aren't supposed to be them. So
You're still inside.
Question, Sarro.
You're still inside.
We're outside.
I thought you said. I said we were done in there. I thought you said.
No,
Yes, but I said this whole time he's been outside with Sarro, and while you all were in there, he started talking to Sarro.
My bad. I didn't hear that.
That's okay. I just wanted to give Chris more a bit since they haven't been able to do anything.
Yeah, they do know. It happened whenever I crossed dimensions.
Interesting. I've never seen that happen to someone coming to our world.
Well, I don't know why this would happen.
Do you like them?
Sarro just breaks out laughing and looks down.
Keep a straight face when I said that.
Just shrugs, says, they're all right.
Oh. Okay then. So are you a woman? Are you a man? Are you both? Are you neither?
I guess I'm a woman now.
Oh.
No big deal.
And that's when you
MBD.
guys are done and you come out of the chapel.
What's not a big deal?
That I'm a woman now, apparently.
I mean, I don't really care. I'm kind of confused how it happened, but like, that's cool.
I mean,
Show them to me. I'm down. I mean,
Oh my gosh.
Doc just says, "Yay! Look at me! I got him out."
I mean, it's super easy. No big inconvenience.
Jord, are you trying to fill the void
Fairly
that
inconvenient.
Rincewynd has left in being perverted?
I mean, kind of. I kind of have to.
You really don't.
I mean, the Jord is just confused. He also wants to ask about the junk. Like, have you checked out your junk yet, Sarro? Like, did that change
Yeah,
too?
there's yes, it's definitely lacking something down there.
Oh wow, that's
Phineas
kind of
looks-
cool. That
Phineas,
is strange.
despite my reaction, Phineas looks very intrigued by this conversation.
The Jord is just that's the same. Jord's just intrigued on how this happened.
Doc looks over at Sarro and goes, "Missing what?"
No,
Aren't
don't worry about it.
As
Don't worry about
as
it.
you're about at Sorrow's crotch level.
Yeah.
Wait, no. If she's 2 feet, that would be 1 foot, and if she's on a mount like a mastiff, which can be like 3 feet tall, she would be 4
not a
feet tall.
mastiff. Fluffy's not a
Fluffy's not-
mastiff.
Oh,
I'd
okay.
say
Well then, she would be at least 3. Oh shit, that isn't the right.
There
spot.
you go.
That is directly at crotch level.
Okay.
yeah.
Look, he has indoor plumbing. Auto administered. Wow.
Okay, so my next question is, so those clerics, they were pretty helpful. Now what? I mean, does anybody need help here, or like
Phineas, in the
have
middle
to get-
of your sentence, you see Phineas look off towards the field where you were before, and again, but since he's right next to you, you hear it pretty loud, and I'm probably gonna clip. He yells, "Visitors!"
Yeah, you flip.
And he runs. Yeah, I figured I was gonna clip, but he yelled "visitors." If anybody didn't catch that, he takes off running towards the field. Do you all look towards the field?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a
Yeah.
little
Yeah, Doc
worried.
just uses the fluffy mount to follow.
I follow as well.
Yeah, I'm following him because I'm worried that those are black blades.
Yep.
He
Exactly.
he runs over.
I'm
to
following
the
because it looks like
field
fun.
as you all try to keep up with him. And you see there are 6 people, all male, in the field standing up. They look a bit weak. They're dressed in different different clothing. They kind of look like they're commoners, but they don't. They look a bit. Not that commoners can't be strong, but they all look a bit too tall and a bit too buff to be a random group of commoners. Even though their clothes would indicate that they are. They are armed. They have they have scabbards at their side. And as they stand up, they look a little groggy, like they aren't sure about their surroundings. And Phineas gets over to them and starts talking to them like he was talking to you. Welcome. How are you all feeling? And you all catch up to him. So you see this group of people. They look a bit groggy, a bit off, but they look from Phineas to you and then to each other, like kind of one by one. One of them steps forward towards Phineas and says, "Where are we?" And Phineas says, "Honey, you should ask. I have something to show you." Do any of you do anything before he starts heading back, taking them back towards the theater?
Step between Phineas and the nearest guy. I am between Phineas and the nearest guy, so that if any attacks happen, Well, I guess no, it would be smart to have him out first, wouldn't it? Since he is literally,
Yeah, since he's immortal. I mean,
and they don't know that quite yet. So,
Well, the Jord is most common for getting things like that, and is also very heroic in nature, so would try to do something like that, despite the fact that Phineas is immortal.
yeah, I guess that really it is. In case the Jord would be like, he is immortal, but in case they have some way of handling that, get between them, so that if anyone dies, it's me.
I was talking to the visitor, taps you on the shoulder with the Rod of Immortality. I was talking to him.
I look him in the eye and I kind of give him that serious glance I did before, and I just said, "Consider me your bodyguard."
Now, Doc
Okay.
is on top of Fluffy, like kind of catty-cornered over away, just staring at everything with her head tilted, confused.
and Sarro just has her arm crossed, just watching.
And-
I'm not trying to be hostile because I'm not trying to assume anything, but I want to be on guard in case anything happens.
The one that stepped forward and was talking to Phineas, the one that you're now directly, looks at you and says, "Is there a problem?"
I look him in the eye and I say, "I hope not."
I talk to the gentleman in the strange hat now.
I mean, I step to the side to where they can see each other, but I'm not getting out from between them.
Just let them speak, Jord.
I am. I'm being courteous. Like, they can see each other. They're face to face. And, like, honestly, if he tried to sneak stab him right now, he probably could. But
Mr. Blue Jacket Man, what's going on?
I just protecting the boss.
But
We've had some problems here lately, I
they
say.
have the sticky thingy.
Yeah, they have the Grot of Immortality. He's not going to get hurt.
Oh,
You
thanks
tried
for,
hitting him earlier, remember? I almost fell off.
thanks for that. Okay. Well, there's one thing we have in our pocket just out in the blue.
The group of men, when you say Rod of Immortality, their eyes all widen. One of the ones behind this main guy that stepped up puts his hand on the hilt of a dagger that is sheathed at his side. But the main guy notices that and he puts his hand out as if to say, "Stand down."
Yeah, my hammer is already out in front of me, and I'm preparing a breath weapon to fire because I saw somebody go for a weapon.
And Sarro reaches for her swords.
Doc just looks around completely confused.
I don't care if they're getting held back. They're all pretty grouped up. Do you think I could hit them all with one, or are they too spread out for that?
Your breath weapon is a line. I'd say the way that you're standing, you could probably half of them.
Okay, yeah, I'll aim at whichever half has the most of them in it, and or if there's exactly even, I'll just get however I can get the most of them there. And
How
yeah,
many did I say that word? Did I say 6 or 7?
I don't remember honestly.
I don't remember.
I don't even think you said a number honestly. You just
Yeah. You said a couple of them.
It's 7, whatever it is. That's
Okay.
the number I want to go with, 7.
6 plus the commander.
Sure.
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 And that's how you D&D. Sure.
This commander looks at the Jord and says, "You sure got your wings up in a bunch?
You say what?
Well, you sure got your wings up in a bunch."
I don't like when people draw weapons against me.
He didn't
Or
draw.
even-
Mr. Blue
and I
Jacket
stopped
Man,
him.
what's going on again? Why?
What?
What?
Pull out that dagger. I will not attack. Draw that dagger. I want to see the blade of that dagger.
He nods to the guy who was going to, and the guy says, okay. Dagger that has a silver blade.
Okay, I relax a little bit, but I am asking who they are and what their business is here.
He points to Phineas and says, he was the one that came running over to talk. Why are you questioning? He said he has something to show us. I'm really confused. Which one of you is in charge?
I am not.
I am. And she
Like-
throws her hands up, waving it around.
I tell him, like I said to my boss over there, consider me a bodyguard. We've got some pretty bad people that might be showing up here. We
So
need to be on.
he's the boss, not you.
He is the boss. Yes.
Okay.
Wait.
And he looks at.
So
he looks
nobody's
at
gonna. I said I was.
The Jord has lowered his hammer. He's not necessarily backed down, but he has loosened up, and he's still on guard because, like I said, he doesn't like it when people even attempt to draw blades against him.
Doc unsettles and walks over to the Jord and tries to punch Jord into the calf. But
Meanwhile-
because she's so small and weak, it really doesn't do anything. She just stares up at him and goes, "I'm the boss!"
And meanwhile, Sarro just looks in horror at the silver blade, just kind of inching back.
looks in horror. Why?
Hold on a second. Because of that.
All right. Anyway,
Oh, I meant silver colored. It's not like
Oh,
actually
okay,
made.
okay.
It's not actually made of silver. I was just
Well, still,
trying to-
it would still scare Sarro a little bit.
more than any other normal blade would.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Let me rephrase then. What I meant was it's a normal looking blade.
Okay. Okay, never mind then. That
just
respects
a
that.
standard steel
what I
blade is what he was trying to get at.
Yeah. I just
Okay.
used silver as the color
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
to contrast with.
Sorry to pause the play right there.
No, that's fine. That's fine. The guy says to Phineas, "Okay, show us what you wanted to show us." And it all excited like he was before Phineas starts going back towards the building. This group of men starts to follow him. What do you all do?
Well, I sense that I'm probably not the person who should tag along because I kind of created a little bit of tension. So, Sarro, why don't you sneak along with them? Just keep update because, I mean, maybe they were smart enough to bring
Hey,
steel daggers and not immediately pull black blades.
hey, hey!
Yeah, I'll do that.
Why is
Down
everybody
here.
ignoring Doc?
I give the orders.
All right, if you see shirtless me, that's not my fault. But my kitten just walked into the room, so I'm gonna be sharing my video for a second.
Oh,
Okay.
spinners.
Oh God, wait!
Oh,
Later.
beautiful. Oh,
You also saw my dirty.
cute.
Don't worry about it. I've been going through a lot.
It's okay,
don't
sweetie.
worry about it, man.
But anyway, yeah. Her name is Susie, and she's the best.
Her name's what?
Yeah, Doc keeps
Susie.
like pouting and screaming, "Hey!"
I still didn't hear your kitten's name.
Her name is Susie.
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 Oh,
Oh, okay.
Susie.
Susie the Kidder.
So Doc can pout. That's fine. Luna and Yuki, they are not very trusting of this group. Yuki walks over to Jord and is talking to him. I don't feel safe.
Neither do I. I feel they might try something. I feel as if Phineas is safe. He does have that rod. However,
If Phineas's rod will keep him safe.
I feel like I'm being ignored.
Oh, by the
It's
way,
nice.
the rod looks exactly like this. Like, this isn't just a representation. This is exactly what it looks like. It's just a plain light brown wooden rod. That's it. I meant to say that.
yeah,
It's not ornate, nothing. It's a stick.
That just reminded me of that whole South Carolina.
What?
so yeah, I'm just
Nothing. Never mind. Sorry.
Sorry, doesn't somebody in the group have message? Oh no, that was Steven, wasn't it?
I do. Yeah, I have a telepathy. Yeah.
Yeah, you can cast.
Oh, I'll cast telepathy real quick, so we can all, me, Jord, and Doc, can talk telepathically.
Okay. I mean, honestly, maybe cut Doc out of that and include Luna.
I think that's actually a smart idea.
Yeah, just me and Jord.
I'm not gonna lie.
Use my psionic power of telepathy.
Against Luna, I just don't want to hear what's inside of her mind.
And Luna too, yeah. And Luna and Yuki.
I mean, I did say Luna, didn't I? No, I meant no
You meant
offense to
Doc.
Doc.
You just
Yeah.
don't want to hear what's inside of her.
Yeah, don't want to hear what's inside of Doc's mind.
No, you really do not want to do that.
So yeah, cast telepathy.
Yeah, me, Sarro, and Luna are now have telepathy, and I can just stay around.
And Yuki.
Oh yeah, and Yuki. Okay, and I can just
Wait.
stay around. What's her Doc and relay the information to her.
Now I've got to
Yeah.
roll.
What happens if you use telepathy on Dave?
Yeah, that's
I don't
Good
think it would
question.
work because technically, doesn't it have to be a creature, and Dave's technically not a creature.
Well, plants can be creatures.
I got to roll 1d8.
I mean, plants that are classified as creatures, yeah, there are, but I mean,
Well, this would be a sentient entity.
I guess he is sentient.
And I just rolled a 1, so
You
8 hours.
talked to him.
1 hour.
I can't talk to him. Rock Grog.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Rock
Isn't
Grog.
Isn't it 1 hour?
Yeah, 1 hour.
Okay.
Okay,
So
so
it's up to a mile.
The rod is a lie.
so
What?
anyway,
Pancake of Destiny. The rod is a lie.
Oh.
So that means I hit Jord, Yuki, and Luna. That's it. That's the only 3. Because I can do it with only 3 people.
That's what
Or
she said.
creatures.
well that's a good handful of people to have. So we can do that, and you just keep us in tabs. Is there an inn or anything around here? Because I assume we've done a lot of traveling. We just got done with a big fight. We need to take a long rest.
Yeah.
There's a small building that doubles as I say small. It's not as big as an inn would be. It's kind of like a small tavern.
Yeah.
It's a bit.
But y'all
a
are
bit
going
further,
to the inn.
Hold on. It's a bit
But-
further
yeah.
beyond that main building, and that's where they also have the gift shop.
Gift shop.
We need to go there anyway.
Oh, gift shop. She runs over to Fluffy and mounts up and starts heading off into the direction of the gift shop.
So you're making me use my telepathy. You're making me. You're making me do all the spy work. We all get to go to an inn. Great, thanks. Yeah.
I mean, we'll get your affairs in order, and trust me, I will buy your drinks all night, Sarro.
Okay. Good. Good to hear. Okay. Yeah. I'll just sneak behind these vagrants and scout them out, see what they do. Using Psychic Whisper, of course.
Are you sneaking or are you just kind of walking? I missed what you said.
I'll be sneaking.
Okay. So you're following at kind of a distance for now until they go over to the building?
Yeah.
So Phineas walks them over to the theater, and he lets all of them in, and all excited, he goes in with them. Are you going to try and sneak in, or because Mallory is in the chat, and she said, "Whoa, nice hat."
Mallory, love you, girl.
Mallory.
Thanks.
Mallory, are you following us? Are you stalking us, Mallory?
Don't you dare make her not stalk me.
Okay,
Can I use this opportunity to formally apologize?
She's my private stalker.
Mallory, I've recently learned that she was in one of the groups, the Facebook chats that I'm in with Simon Ramos under a different Facebook account than I know her as, and I may have said some overly rude things to her, but that's just how I talk to people who I associate with Simon Ramos. So, yeah, sorry about that, Mallory, but I didn't know it was you, honestly. That's all I can say.
Or why are
Anyway,
you saying mean things about her?
As Phineas pulls the door shut behind him, you have a very very brief window if you want to try and sneak in.
I'll try to sneak in.
Give me a stealth roll. No one's going to be able to see it because I don't have it. 23. Okay, yeah, you managed to sneak in there and get into a nice dark corner of the theater.
Rolling a 23 while sneaking in, I think he probably found a gold coin on the way through.
You managed to get in right as the door's shutting, and you can get into a dark corner before anybody can see you. Now Phineas invites the group to sit down. They don't. In fact, they see the mage in the back of the room, and 4 of them approach the mage, and 3 of them kind of stand near Phineas. And the 4 that approach the mage, you see them. 2 of them draw daggers. The other 2 draw long swords.
Question. Doc ran off to the gift shop, so is she with everybody, or is she by herself in the gift shop?
She's the gift shop is part of the tavern, so you're kind of on.
Yeah, you're in
the okay, so I can see them through in a different room, just I'm in a separate room that has an opening I can see them through.
So if
Sarro's the only one that can see what's going on in the theater.
But Sarro will communicate with me, and then since you're in the same vicinity as me, I can alert you, and we can all be there very quickly.
Because I have psychic whisper, so I can tell you what's happening, and that's what Sarro does. He relays. She does. She's relaying everything that's happening in the theater to y'all through psychic whispers. So
except for me.
Well, except for Doc, yeah.
And I'm the one in the gift shop by myself.
As that happens, I leave the inn. Did I get a chance to buy a room or anything? Was I waiting for the lady when I heard this, or
you were waiting? This is happening this is happening fairly quickly.
Okay.
So as they approach the mage in the back, the mage sees them draw their weapons. The mage casts a shield spell and tries to cast a firebolt at one of them. But as the mage tries to do that, the mage is ganged up on by the rest of them as they stab him to death. And
Sarro waits. Sarro waits.
Oh no, you can act if you want.
Yeah. No, I'm telling Sarro, do not go in until I'm there to protect you. And I am running full speed down the road. I just grabbed Doc, threw her on my shoulder, and I am running as fast as I can towards what's going on.
You just hear me scream, "Eat!"
And do I pass the Church of Doc?
Yes, you would pass the Church of Dog.
I scream that we need help and that a man has been killed. And I'm running. As I run past them, I scream.
The doors of the chapel slam shut.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
That is cold.
That is cold. That is stone cold.
Well, okay. Once I get to the chapel, once I get to wherever this is happening, I pick up Doc and I #throw the gnome through the window.
Oh,
And I assume there's blood in there. Is there not?
Hold on, before you get there. The four that have killed the mage. Phineas is he is horrified and he looks kind of scared. Not so scared because he knows he can't die, but why did you do that? He didn't hurt you. And the four come up to him as the other three are standing there, and the guy who was leading everything before, who was standing by Phineas, says, "No, but we're going to test how efficient that rod is."
No, they're not. I throw Doc through the window.
As he draws his sword, all of the other and their weapons start to shimmer as the illusion of their blades being steel color fades,
black blades.
and all of their
I figured.
Yeah. Doc goes through the window. Is there a window? Can Doc go through?
Doc can go through the window.
There's blood in that.
Oh my
room.
god.
Through
So help me gods, if you get a crappy roll on this, Jord, I am going to be so pissed.
I'm not going to make him roll. I'm not going to make him
Oh, thank you, because the last thing I want to do is splat against the side of the
Door.
wall next to the window.
So, yeah, Doc goes through the window. There's blood in there, and Jordan knows what happens when Doc sees blood. So that was his plan, and now I'm gonna try to figure out how I get through the wall or in the building. Isn't there a door? Can I go? Yeah, I'll
the
just
door.
go through.
You can just open the door. It's not locked.
I'll just open the door.
Okay.
Okay, so as I've been flung through this window, and I crash land into something on the other side, Doc just kind of slowly stands up, grabbing the back of her head, screaming, "Ow, ow, 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 ow." Father of us.
And you see the blood on their blades.
She starts looking around, and with the blood, her eyes just go cold. Very calm. She looks over, she sees the mage, she sees the other people, and she lunges towards one of the closest people that is near her that is trying to attack Phineas. Well, according to her, strange hat person.
And as Doc turns cold, and as the Jord storms in and Sarro gets ready, Luna and Yuki also follow. They come in ready to fight because Yuki kind of saw this coming. That's where we're going to end. Start next time with this fight, and I'm gonna do something I don't normally do. Anyone watching or playing who feels like this Black Blades thing is getting repetitive, don't worry about that. I definitely have story stuff in mind for them. It's not just going to be the same thing over and over. Just in case anybody was worried about that, you can.
It's like the Akatsuki from Naruto. It's just the bad guys. They're the bad guys of
blades. Yeah.
I'm gonna nod my head and pretend I understand that reference.
Look, if you haven't watched Naruto, I don't understand how we became friends. Like, not that I don't understand we are, I just don't understand how it happened.
Sure, not everybody knows who the Akatsuki are. So
you were on one of MC Toon's streams, said something about needing an editor, and I posted in the chat, "Hey, I can edit a video." That's how we became friends.
Yeah, that was a good day. I remember that day. Wasn't that when
All
Ryan Wyrick posted a video of him deleting comments on his channel during the debate that he chickened out of?
No idea. I don't remember what the video is about. I just remember that that happened. So, with all that, and now I have hat hair. That being said, I want to thank everyone for watching. Please like the video if you haven't, subscribe if you haven't, share. Last I checked, we were 6 subscribers away from 400. Absolutely love.
Could I say
How many
something?
were at?
One thing.
What?
Just could I say one thing before we leave out? I just wanted to first say thank you to everybody in the community, just everybody that I've talked to, because this is the first stream I've been on since some big stuff went down in my life. And if you're close enough to me, you'll know what happened. And if I haven't told you, just message me and we'll know. But I have been trying to get together an Invincible stream. It got delayed for a couple weeks because of obviously some stuff went down in my life. And if anybody I talk to sees this, message me on Discord because I'm trying to get that back together, but I can't remember who was down and who wasn't and what was going on with everybody. So just me saying thank you and also kind of plug in that I might be doing an Invincible stream soon. So keep an eye out for that.
Awesome. Yeah, we're definitely all here for you.
Seriously, sweetie, I'm really sorry for everything that had happened. I know it's not my fault and I didn't do anything, but you have my sympathy.
But like I said, it's not it is a huge deal, but like it's not something that I want plastered all over. I don't want people to be thinking that when they think of me. So
Obviously.
I just wanted to say thanks to everybody because I really do appreciate you guys.
We appreciate you too.
Yeah.
You're awesome, man. We love you. You're awesome.
All right.
Yeah. You're awesome, man.
On that heartwarming note.
All right, everybody. Anybody else want to say goodbye?
We love you guys. Go and
Love you guys. Yeah.
Everybody in chat, you're awesome. We love you. I hope you have a great day. And as always, keep smiling.
Have a good
See
night.
y'all
everyone.
later.
Have a good night, everyone.
And the Jord said, like and subscribe.